This is a show we talk about emerging trends in the data world to enable people to stay informed. Now, in today's episode, we are going to look at a business analyst's roles, what role they will play when it comes to data usage, and the distinction between a business analyst and a data analyst. Then we go ahead and have a case scenario in Forex and how it affects the cost of goods. And aside from that, we look at the benefits, challenges, and opportunities that a business analyst can take advantage of in the data world. Now, with me today is a guest who understands this topic in depth, and I'd like to welcome her to introduce herself. Karibu.
Asante. Hi, Loren.
Hi.
My name is Evelyn Mukiri.
Mm-hmm.
I am a proud mother of one.
Yes.
Adventure junkie.
Yes.
I love speed.
Yes.
I enjoy traveling and reading.
Yes.
And at work, I am that person that looks through data, processes, documents, just to help make decisions.
Yeah.
And sometimes those decisions are used to make the company make profit and prevent loss.
Oh.
So that is basically a business analyst.
All right. So, Evelyn, just based on your intro, I'd like us to distinguish for most of the people out there difference between a business analyst and a data analyst, because most of the people interchange these two roles, and even me as a project manager, sometimes I interchange and I jump into the role of business analyst. So could we start by getting that distinction?
Okay, that's fine. Most people confuse the two.
Yes.
I don't blame them, but it's a business analyst is that person that analyzes the documents,
Yes.
the processes, the systems,
Yes.
in aim of making improvement in those processes, so that the end product, which is a service of product or product, can be the best it can be.
Right.
Whilst when you look at data analysts, they specifically collect data from different sources, clean it up, organizes it, then they analyze it by use of logic, sometimes computer programs, statistical forums, and their role is mostly usually specific. It's a specified role.
Yeah.
You find like in a company you can have different data analysts for different departments.
Yes.
But a business analyst is that single person who has all that data put together and helps the business relate from department to department, so that the final product is the benefit of the whole company.
Yeah.
So that is majorly the difference. You find a company cannot have two business analysts, but they can have a data analyst in finance department who is the financial analyst. You can have a data analyst in the IT department who is the systems analyst. But a business analyst is the integral part. Most departments use that personnel to work through their complexities to just make a seamless flow.
Okay, good. Next, in terms of a case scenario that will help set the tone for this conversation, we look at a case scenario of maybe a Forex application of data. What a business analyst will look at when you're looking at Forex and how it affects the cost of goods. Could you help us now get into that?
Yeah, looking at the current situation we are in, where the Forex is quite high.
Yes.
For companies, I'll use two different scenarios. For a manufacturing company that has a company in the country, and another one for a multinational or a company that has a branch in the country. So in the first one, for a company to manufacture a product, sometimes they have to import the raw materials. So if the Forex is high and the raw materials they use are brought in through the dollar, the transaction mode is through the dollar. So that means that the local added values like tax, customs and all that will shoot.
Yes.
So that means when the products get into the country, the manufacturers have to put that into consideration. So the role of the business analyst in that scenario is to help them analyze. This is the cost at which we are getting the raw materials. This is the cost of production. At what price will we sell the product to make sure we still have a profit? At the same time, not being too harsh on the patient or the customer at the end. So the business analyst will also help calculate the profit margin they can make without actually being out of business at the same time. in the second scenario, where a company has a sister or mother company in a different country, and they bring in products and it's still priced by the dollar, if their cost of how they interact is not getting to pay for goods, it's a cost transfer of goods. Instead of buying them, you just transfer goods. After we sell them, then we can transfer money across accounts. That is a bit safer for the company. So what the business analyst will look at is the cost of goods, which sometimes will not change much because the goods are what they are when they get in. But you find at the market where you're selling, you find your competitors have adjusted their prices upwards. So the business analyst will look at the price where the competitors of the same level are selling at, figure out if they adjusted their price to the same level, how much profit would they have. Then in return, that profit that they have can be used to adjust the salaries of the employees. So basically, the business analyst is sort of like I call it the traffic light of the company. When things are going bad, they'll tell them, hey,
red, stop.
When things are almost going well, they'll be there. Amber color. When things are good, they give them the green light to do. So,
Okay, I like that. And actually, as you're talking, I just thought about it as it's like a BA has a 360 overview of the company. And for them to do that, they have to collect data. So how can they access such data, especially, let's say, for example, if either it's within their company, which they can do by themselves, or sometimes they need to outsource because maybe they need to compare what their company is doing with other companies. So how do they collect this data?
So business analysts collect data from different sources as well. You'd have the direct customers you deal with. You have like an arrangement. When I give you this product, you can give me how much you sell it for, to whom you sell it for, and what challenges you face, and everything surrounding that. We also have the avenue where you have a third party who is a master in that field, and their role is to collect data from different companies who sell the same product. And they sell that data to customers. So you can subscribe to that company. They give you data which is maybe monthly data or per quarter or per semester. Then you have data that comes from the company itself. This is the cost of what we produce, this is what we sell it by, and this is what we expect our customers to sell it by. So looking at the three different avenues of data, the business analyst will now simulate using the three. You have what the company would expect them to sell, you have what they actually sold it for, and you have from the outside the market what the competitors are doing. So those three avenues gives the business analyst a 360 view to simulate any situation from production, what is the lowest that we can sell if we are producing it, to the end up to the market where it has been sold, up to if we wanted to bring a new product. How much would we sell it, and how would you tell that? You look at what the competitors are doing, what is the cost of goods that you have, how much would we price it internally, and how much would it go to the customer. And even at the customer level, you look at when a product is given to the market, you have a specific percentage that you'd share the retailers to sell at, the wholesalers to sell at. So those figures help you simulate the whole life cycle of the product.
Okay. Now that you have collected the data as a business analyst, you will want to make some decisions, or you will want to advise the different stakeholders in the company so that they make informed decisions. What kind of decisions would a business analyst come out of with when it comes to now utilizing that data?
So I'll use my experience in my role. The type of data that I use from the sales data I have, you advise the commercial team whether to proceed with the same tactics they're using in the market, whether it's ripe time to put in something that will shake the market. Examples are like the return to school seasons or the cold seasons. Just then the marketing team, you alert them this is the best time to run a certain campaign that is structured, taking advantage of the holidays or the seasons or whatever big thing is happening. And also it's sometimes intertwined, because if the marketing team would want to run a campaign, let me take an example of the customer service week that was there last week.
Correct.
So if the marketing team wanted to do free goods, buy one, get one free, that needed to have been planned like 3 or 4 months ago.
Yes.
But before it came to fruition, you had to tell the sales team, during the customer service week, giving a free bonus good would work. Then they'd look like, what is the cost of having that free good given? And how best can we cover ourselves so that we don't count it as a loss? So they'll spread the cost of that good over several months. Then they prepare, if we make sales above the normal by this amount, so when we give out the free good on that week, we'll still be okay.
Yes.
But remember, that good has to be manufactured. So the demand team have to put it in their forecasting, like maybe like another 3 months earlier. So it's a whole process where you plan for things in the future. So it's like 7 months to the demand team. Then the production team will have like 3 months to plan and analyze and figure out, for those goods that will be given on that week, do we need to produce them extra on the week before, or we produce 5 of each for every batch for each month? So it's a whole process. But it requires planning, it requires consultation, and as you realize, it's all of them combined. You realize an opportunity, you advise the sales team talk to the marketing team. The marketing team will be like, yes, we can run the campaign, can you provide the goods? They're like, yes, we can do that, and to do that, this is what we need to do. Then they figure out that it's possible, they talk to the forecasting team. The forecasting team is like, we can put that in, and tell the production team. The production team will organize themselves, and they're like, to achieve that, we need to do ABCD. So that's why I said, for the business analyst, it's just not data, it's data that affects the whole organization.